शनि के छल्लों का रहस्य चौंकाने वाला सच. Saturn, the jewel of our solar system. Its rings are one of the most breathtaking sights in the cosmos. But have you ever wondered why Saturn, alone among its planetary siblings, possesses these magnificent rings? And what if I told you they're slowly disappearing? Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we're diving deep into one of space's greatest mysteries. How did Saturn get its rings? What are they made of? And why are they vanishing? Let's begin. First, let's talk about where these rings even came from. Saturn's rings have fascinated astronomers and casual stargazers alike for centuries. How did Saturn come to possess these shimmering bands of celestial material? What cosmic events led to their formation? Well, like most things in the universe, their origin is shrouded in a bit of mystery. Scientists have long debated the true origins of these magnificent rings. There are two main theories, each more captivating than the last. One is violent, a tale of cosmic catastrophe, and the other is ancient, a whisper from the dawn of our solar system. Both theories offer intriguing insights into the dynamic processes that shape our universe. The first theory suggests that billions of years ago, Saturn had a large moon that strayed too close to the planet. This moon, once a majestic satellite, met a tragic fate. Saturn's immense gravity pulled it apart, shattering it into trillions of tiny pieces. These fragments, once part of a whole, were now scattered across space. Imagine the scene, a moon, once whole and majestic, torn asunder by the very planet it orbited. The violence of this event is almost unimaginable. The debris, a chaotic cloud of ice and rock, spread out, each fragment caught in Saturn's gravitational embrace. This cloud of debris eventually began to organize itself. Over time, these fragments settled into the rings we see today. The process was gradual, taking millions of years to form the intricate structures we now observe. The other theory proposes that these rings are leftovers from the birth of the solar system itself. This idea takes us back to a time when the solar system was just beginning to take shape. Primordial ice and rock, remnants of the nebula that birthed our sun, never had the chance to clump together and form a moon. These materials remained in a primordial state. Instead, they remained trapped in Saturn's gravitational grasp. Over billions of years, these primordial fragments have continued to orbit Saturn. Which theory is correct? Perhaps both played a role, or maybe the truth is something else entirely. The mystery adds to the allure of Saturn's rings. But regardless of their origin, one thing is certain: what remains is a spectacular cosmic masterpiece. Saturn's rings continue to captivate and inspire, a testament to the beauty and complexity of our universe. Now let's take a closer look at these rings, these celestial hula hoops that have captivated our imaginations for centuries. Saturn's rings are one of the most iconic features in our solar system, instantly recognizable and endlessly fascinating. You might be surprised to learn that Saturn's rings aren't solid, a single continuous structure. Instead, they are a collection of countless individual pieces. They're made of countless tiny fragments, each a miniature world in its own right, mostly ice, some rock, and even a sprinkling of dust. These materials reflect sunlight, giving the rings their brilliant shine, and even a sprinkling of dust. The composition of these rings tells us a lot about the environment in which they formed. These pieces range in size from the tiniest grains of sand, which are almost invisible to the naked eye, to massive chunks as big as mountains. Imagine a mountain-sized piece of ice orbiting a planet. It's a mind-boggling thought, and each one is locked in a delicate gravitational dance with Saturn. This dance is a complex interplay of forces that keeps the rings in place. Each piece moves at incredible speeds, creating a dynamic and ever-changing environment. Some at over 48,000 kilometers per hour. That's almost unimaginable speed for something so seemingly serene. That's faster than a bullet. The sheer velocity of these particles is a testament to the powerful forces at play. Despite stretching over 280,000 kilometers across, making them one of the largest structures in our solar system, Saturn's rings are incredibly thin, only about 10 meters thick. This thinness is astonishing when you consider their vast horizontal expanse. Imagine a sheet of cosmic paper, a celestial pizza crust, floating around a giant planet. It's like a delicate veil draped around Saturn, floating around a giant planet. The rings aren't uniform, they have a complex structure. They're divided into distinct bands separated by gaps, each with its own unique character and composition, each with its own unique character. There's the A ring, the brightest and most prominent, the B ring, denser and less reflective, and the Cassini division, a prominent gap named after the astronomer who first observed it. These divisions are like the lanes on a cosmic highway, a prominent gap named after the astronomer who first observed it. This gap is a fascinating feature that tells us about the gravitational interactions within the rings. Within these rings, there's even more structure, intricate patterns and waves caused by the gravitational tugs of Saturn's moons. These patterns are like the fingerprints of the moons, each leaving its mark, caused by the gravitational tugs of Saturn's moons. The moons play a crucial role in shaping the rings, creating gaps and waves. So the next time you gaze upon an image of Saturn's rings, remember that you're looking at a dynamic and ever-changing system. It's a cosmic ballet that has been ongoing for billions of years. Remember that you're looking at a dynamic and ever-changing system. These rings are not just static structures, they evolve and change, influenced by the forces around them. Now for the bittersweet part of our story, the cosmic truth that makes our appreciation for Saturn's rings all the more poignant. As we've explored, these rings are not eternal fixtures in our night sky. They are in fact slowly but surely disappearing, a phenomenon that adds a layer of urgency to our admiration. Scientists have discovered that Saturn's gravity, the same force that holds the rings in place, is slowly but surely pulling them inward. This gravitational pull is relentless, and over time, it is winning the cosmic tug-of-war. It's a cosmic balancing act, a delicate interplay between gravity and the inertia of the ring particles. The particles are caught in a dance, a struggle between staying in orbit and being pulled into the planet. Every second, tons of icy particles are raining down into Saturn's atmosphere in what scientists call ring rain. This ring rain is a steady, almost poetic drizzle of particles that are drawn inward by Saturn's gravitational pull. Imagine a cosmic drizzle, a steady stream of icy particles, drawn inward by Saturn's relentless gravitational pull. These particles vaporize as they plummet through the planet's atmosphere, their substance adding to Saturn's gaseous bulk. This process is so fast that, in just a few 100 million years, the rings could be completely gone. It's a sobering thought considering the grandeur and beauty of these rings. So, the next time you gaze upon Saturn's rings, take a moment to appreciate their fleeting beauty. These rings, which have fascinated humanity for centuries, are a temporary spectacle in the grand timeline of the universe. For in the grand scheme of cosmic time, we are incredibly lucky to witness them at all. Their existence is a brief chapter in the story of our solar system, a chapter that we are fortunate to read. So cherish the sight of Saturn's rings, for they are a reminder of the ever-changing nature of our universe. They teach us to appreciate the transient beauty that surrounds us, both in the cosmos and in our everyday lives. The rings of Saturn are a cosmic marvel, a fleeting masterpiece that we are privileged to witness. Let us marvel at their beauty while we still can, for in the grand scheme of cosmic time, we are incredibly lucky to witness them at all. Now you might be thinking, well, that's it then. Saturn had its moment in the cosmic spotlight, but soon it will be just another ringless gas giant. But hold on a second. Saturn isn't the only planet in our solar system that likes to accessorize. Did you know? Saturn isn't the only planet with rings. That's right, ring systems, while not as grand or as bright as Saturn's, are not unique to the ringed planet. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune also have rings. Jupiter's rings are faint, thin, and nearly invisible compared to Saturn's. They're made up of dust, likely kicked up by impacts on its moons. Uranus's rings are dark, and composed of mostly icy chunks, thought to be pieces of captured comets or shattered moons. These rings are tilted at an almost 90-degree angle, making Uranus look like it's rolling around the sun. Neptune's rings are also faint and clumpy, made up of dust and ice. So while Saturn's rings are the most spectacular, the most dazzling, they're not alone. Now, let's take a little detour, a flight of fancy if you will. We've explored the rings of other planets, but what about our own? What if Earth, our pale blue dot, had rings like Saturn? Imagine stepping outside on a clear night and looking up to see, not just the familiar moon and stars, but giant arcs stretching across the sky, glowing brightly at night. Depending on where you live, you'd see giant arcs stretching across the sky, glowing brightly at night. Imagine the photographs, the time-lapses, the sheer beauty of it all, but there's a catch. A cosmic caveat to our ringed Earth fantasy. Earth's gravity and atmosphere wouldn't allow rings to stay for long. Unlike Saturn, which is much larger and farther from the sun, Earth's environment is a bit less hospitable to ring systems. The sun's radiation and the solar wind would strip away at the icy particles, scattering them into space. And Earth's relatively strong gravity would pull in the ring material, leading to more frequent and spectacular meteor showers. So, while a ringed Earth is a beautiful thought experiment, it's likely best left to the realm of imagination. We've explored the origin of Saturn's rings, their composition, their inevitable demise. But is this the end of the story? Or could there be another chapter, a cosmic sequel in the saga of Saturn's rings? Here's an interesting twist. Saturn's rings might not be gone forever. There's a chance, however slim, that these rings could make a comeback. Some scientists think that new collisions in space could create fresh rings in the distant future. Imagine a rogue comet straying too close to Saturn, captured by the planet's gravity and torn apart. Or perhaps two of Saturn's moons collide in a spectacular display of celestial fireworks. These events, while rare, are not unheard of in the chaotic dance of our solar system. And each time a large object is shattered near Saturn, there's a chance that its remains could form a new ring system. So, Saturn could go through cycles where rings appear and disappear over millions of years. It's a cosmic ballet, a dance of creation and destruction. Who knows what wonders await us in the distant future? Perhaps future civilizations will be treated to a brand new set of Saturnian rings. So what do you think? Will Saturn's rings vanish forever? Or could they make a comeback one day? Will future astronomers marvel at a new set of rings, or will they have only our descriptions to go by? Let me know in the comments. And if you love exploring space mysteries like this, if the cosmos fills you with wonder and a thirst for knowledge, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing cosmic content. Let's explore the universe together, one mystery at a time. Until next time, keep looking up at the stars. There's a whole universe out there, waiting to be discovered. And who knows what wonders we'll uncover next.